Hey, good afternoon. I'm Officer Tannehill. I'm going to be asking you a few questions today.
Nice to meet you, officer. Okay, I'm ready.
So, Mr. Smith, will you describe to me what happened last Saturday?
Well, I was sexually assaulted in the street on my way home.
You were sexually assaulted. You're a man. How does that even happen?
Well, it happened on Saturday, and I'm a little shaken up from it. I just need some help.
Was it by a woman or a man?
It was from another man.
Now, did you struggle at all to get away?
No, I did not. I was in fear, sir.
Why didn't you? Maybe we wouldn't be in this situation if you tried to get away.
Well, the man had a knife, and he said if I tried to run or call the police, he would stab me.
Well, you probably still should have tried.
I was scared for my life, officer. I couldn't.
Okay. Now, what were you wearing on the night of the assault?
Well, I was wearing tight jeans and a tight leather shirt.
Don't you know how provocative that outfit is? I'm not surprised this happened to you.
Why does it matter what I was wearing? I can express myself however I'd like.
Hey, I'm just saying, maybe you could have avoided this problem if you dressed a little bit more civilized. Okay, next question. Now, where were you coming from when you were assaulted?
I was coming from Johnny's Sports Bar in the south side of the city.
Oh, so you had been drinking, you were probably drunk, right? It all makes sense now, I get it.
No, officer, that's not true. I wasn't drunk. I went to the bar to watch a college football game. I don't even drink.
Okay, so at what time did this happen at?
Well, I'd say it happened around 1:30 in the morning.
And at what street did it take place on?
It took place on Elliott Street.
Elliott Street at 1:30 in the morning. Do you understand that Elliott Street is an extremely dangerous place, especially at 1:30 in the morning? What in the world were you thinking?
Why does it matter? I was still sexually assaulted, and I want the person who did this behind bars as soon as possible. And if you have to know, the game went into triple overtime. That's why I was out so late. And on top of that, my car got a flat tire and my phone died, so I couldn't call an Uber, so I had to walk home.
Okay. Now, did anything else happen besides him sexually assaulting you?
Yes, my watch was stolen and $500 out of my wallet.
You know, you probably shouldn't be carrying that much money on you, as well as an expensive watch when you go out.
It's a free country. I can do what I want.
Okay. Listen, Mr. Smith, here's what's going to happen. We're going to take what you gave us and add it to our case information. But I'll let you know, we have a lot of more serious rape and sexual assault cases to deal with.
Do you mean to say that my case isn't serious? This is absurd. I came to you for help and this is how you treat me? I vow to make a change in the system to help more people like me.
That's all. Thank you for your time. Hi, I'm Coleman Lyden, and what you just saw is something that happens in today's world too often. Rape/sexual assault victims will go to the police for help and have their case be either deemed as fake, not real, or not serious enough to pursue. It doesn't happen with every rape case, but sadly, examples like this do happen in our society. It's something called rape myths. The concept of rape myths are negative, but are commonly endorsed by stereotypes about rape, sexual assault, and its victims. For example, some common rape myths are men cannot get raped, most rapes are committed by strangers, the victim takes responsibility if they are intoxicated or wearing revealing clothes, it is impossible to rape your spouse or your partner, and if the victim does not fight back or attempt to escape, it's not a rape, and many, many more. All of that is not true, but is assumed by most of society, including some people with the authority to help, like police officers. Only about 2.8% of rape cases are false claims. So there's a good chance that the victim is telling the truth. In the United States, about 1.3 million women are raped or sexually assaulted a year, compared to about 300,000 men. And those are the only ones that are reported. A staggering 54% of rapes happened in the US are not reported. Believe it or not, an American falls victim to sexual assault every 98 seconds. That means anyone can get raped. Men, women, transgender, etc. Women in America are raped and sexually assaulted the most. Studies show that every 1 out of 5 women have experienced rape or sexual assault, compared to 1 out of every 33 men. The physical act of rape is not the only thing that victims have to deal with. About 94% of women experience PTSD symptoms within the first 2 weeks of their rape. Rape nowadays happens everywhere. It happens at colleges, prisons, and even in the military. The United States is 13th in the world in rape cases, with Sri Lanka at number 1. Also, it has heavily impacted the younger generation. 56% of rapes in the United States last year were victims between the age of 18 and 34. Although that age group is a majority, sadly, anyone at any age can fall victim to rape or sexual assault. College-age people had the most reported rapes and sexual assault cases in the United States last year. 15% of all female students in college reported they were victims of either rape or sexual assault, and only 4.4% of men reported it. Prison rape is an epidemic also that society seems to bat an eye at. Possibly, they do not feel sympathy for these inmates because they are convicted criminals. Every 1 out of 10 inmates gets raped in jail. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe you learned something you didn't know. I'm going to end by asking you one question. What are you doing to help the cause?